Alright guys, welcome to the fun. Today, we are bait. You heard me right. Let's get it started up, and then we'll have a talk about it.
Ready. Good morning. The plane is ready. Onions and pins all ready to go. How's life on the line? I don't know what day of the week it is and when it was the last time I slept, but other than that, it's all good for now. I have a feeling it's about to get worse. Yeah, I have the same feeling, Chief. Let's get going. Chief, ready to start? Clear for start. Clear front, clear aft.
Alright, let's light the fires.
Good start, 6 green. EPU off. Clear to remove EPU pin. All clear for run-up.
Alright, the jet is coming alive. So we'll wait for INS. He's going to do a controls check, flight controls check. And then we'll have a discussion about what it is we're up here doing today.
Service control check. Flight controls clear. Clear. Roll left. Check. Roll right. Check. Nose down. Check. Nose up. Check. All good. Bring it back code 1, please. Good luck.
Man, that's the
Contact
plan.
ground after INS is up. Thanks, Chief. I'll do my best.
Alright, we've got 50 seconds till INS is aligned. So today, you'll notice we've got some new armament. So in addition to our AIM-120 and our AIM-9, we're carrying a HARM missile. Got one on each wing. Unfortunately, that means there is no tank out there. That's okay.
Boise Flight Tower, taxi behind the Hornet flight. Runway 24 left. Using Lima, right on Kilo. Hold short on 24 left. Roger. Taxi behind Hornets. Taxi to runway 24 left.
No problem. So you got the AIM-120, the AIM-9X, the AG-88, the AG-88. Unfortunately, under the belly, you have an ECM pod. So we do not have space for extra tanks. Well, that's no big deal. How far is the mission? Well, that's not the issue. The issue is that the mission is going to undoubtedly require afterburner at some point. 100%. It's almost going to be impossible to get away without it. What are we doing? We're gonna go ahead of SEAD flights, and we are going to attempt to bait the destroyers into firing at us. Yeah, you heard that right. My job is to fly out in front of the people that are going to be firing missiles at destroyers, and I am to bait the destroyers into shooting at me instead of them, with the hope that the F-18 strike package, along with the B-2 strike package, can deliver a bunch of missiles, anti-ship missiles, on target and sink some of those boats and convince China to turn around. That's the plan. That's the plan. What are we doing, guys? I don't know if I signed up to be bait. I can't remember, but I don't think I did. But at the end of the day, I'm called to do what's needed. And what's needed right now is for me to help these guys sink some ships. So without further ado, you see the F-18s are rolling out. Our flight's going to follow them. So in flight, we will go ahead and set up our harm targeting. We'll check out the codes that we need to pull up to verify that we are firing at the correct target. So we've got 4 on our wing, 1, 2, and then 2 on the opposite side, along with our standard air-to-air loadout. Air-to-air should be covered for us, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. But we're going to have plenty to worry about as the destroyers begin shooting back at us. No lie. I mean, it's going to... We've got 4 in our flight, and I genuinely don't know if all 4 of us are going to come back. But, let's find out. Thanks for joining me. We are going to have to be a little conservative on the fuel, so we don't have extra fuel to be running around. So 15,000 at steer point 1, 28,000 at steer point 2. 15 and 28. This is a bit of a flight, so making sure to not get too far ahead of them. Getting the missiles in the air, and then probably heading for the deck, faced away, if at all possible, is going to be our best bet. And of course, opening up and letting the ECM pod sing. If we can do that, China's only going to have 2 options. They can either shut their radars off and stop firing, or they can take what hits them. Hopefully what hits them is enough to be persuasive enough to send them home. So as you can see, the plane in front of me, and I'm actually going to shut off my HUD so you can see it better. That is what the loadout on our plane looks like, minus that fuel pod under the center. So we've got the ECM jammer. Right, 340. So we have a ECM pod because we're going to be getting in there and asking them to shoot at us. Whereas that guy is going to loiter behind us a little bit, and he doesn't need quite the same ECM jamming protection. Right 340 on takeoff. Right turn. And then to steer point 1. Now the good news, everything taken off today is fighter jets, so once this guy lines up and gets roaring, we'll just get ready to roll. Likewise, the guy behind us will load up behind us and get ready to roll. We'll all be airborne shortly. Alright, Uzi 2 is airborne, Uzi 1 is rolling. Put it back on the center line. Strayed just a little bit. Alright, gears coming up. Let's pitch it to the right. 340. Here we go. And that's going to be the radar from the Patriot missile site we've got. It's keeping this island safe. Ever since they tried to annihilate us. That first with that entry strike. We're headed up to 18. Up to 15. Right? Up to 15. Up to 15. So I don't know if I'll hit anything today or not, but my goal is to send in missiles and have these destroyers targeting them.
Uzi flight tower, switch to Dark Star 355.5. Roger, switching to Dark Star 355.5. Uzi flight 2 on uniform, 1 on Victor, push. Uzi, check on Victor. 2, 3, 4. Uzi, check on uniform. 2, 3, 4. Dark Star, Uzi with you. Roger, I have you continue to Marshall Point.
Continue to Marshall. Roger that. Alright, we're getting all sorts of people up here. All sorts of radars happening. 409, 410, 411. Here in just a second, we will throw those into the harm pod. 409, 410, 411. As soon as I turn on to Steerpoint 2, we will put those in so that we can reduce the amount of noise we're getting in the harm targeting system. And that will absolutely help us when it comes time to start shooting. 409, 410, 411. So here in just a second, we're going to pitch up. We'll head to 28,000, go into Steerpoint 2. We'll throw in 409, 410, 411 into the harm pod. And then it's going to be on. These guys are who we're about to aim at, so they should just shut up now.
1113. Continue. Now, can we do any damage with the harms we carry? Those Type 52 destroyers have some 50 missiles each. We keep them busy enough for the buffs to drop their load. Some will get through, hopefully enough to make them turn back. Yeah, it feels like we're just going out empty-handed. Hey, first in, last out. The buffs must go through. Roger.
Gonna turn these puppies on, go back to the HAD over here. There's our targeting pod, not that we're going to be using that, but alright, so we are actually just going to search up. That is not what I'm meant to do. We are going to throw those in over here. So 409, down 1, 410, and 411. What that's going to allow us to do is go over here, click search, and remove these bottom two. And now we are only scanning for these three things, which means we get a scan time of about 8 seconds. Okay? So at the end of the day, that is what we are going to be firing. This is the ranging tool, so this shows us what we can reasonably expect out of these harm missiles, these AG-ADMs, 88s. And when we turn inbound, what we're going to do is we will light these guys up. They'll come up over here, and just like any other targeting, we will pull them up, we will hover over them and select them, and as long as they stay active, we will unload on them. So that's kind of the plan. We're going to go back to air to just primary flight display. To get close, I will be throwing on the jammer. Once we get close enough, we will shut that off while we fire at them. I expect fully to be fired back at. The good news is the harm missiles, once they launch, they are self-contained, so they are going to fly to the target. It is what it is. But again, we're out here as bait, not to sink anything. We are way up past the altitude that we are supposed to be at. That is my fault. And In fact, I am going to bring us back down because we are well above our expected cruising altitude. Of 28,000 feet, and you can see over here, well, it's kind of hard to see the mouse at this point. We do have friendlies over here. That's a lot of ships. So all we can do is unload and pray. I mean, that's that's the truth of it. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, SEAD run is a go. Music on. Make sure we're transmitting. We are. And we are turning to engage, so master arm on. Air to ground selected. Okay, and we do have, I'll zoom in so y'all can see that. We do have radars, HNA and MRA. Like I said, our job is really to start lobbing missiles at these guys. I'm going to go ahead and lock this guy up right now. Now, it is flashing, but as you can see, I mean, we are miles from being able to hit him. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that off because I'm not actually entirely sure that I want to have it locked up right this second. They are steaming in. So we do have some F-15s up here who are supposed to be taking out any bandits. We are armed with air-to-air missiles. If needed to, we could fight it out as well. Got a guy about to cross under me. That is one of those F-15s that we were talking about. We are transmitting. That doesn't mean they can't fire at us, but we are going to go semi-defensive. There's a missile right there, headed straight in front of us. Crossed our nose, headed to the left. Yeah, you can see it down. Well, y'all might not be able to. That's a tiny speck. So I lobbed some countermeasures, just trying to make sure I don't necessarily get shot down. That is not my goal. We're going to turn back hot on them. This time I may see if I can get something off the rails. Okay, one off. Turning defensive. Just at the outer limits of what this airplane can do.
U-27s are inbound and field flight. Weapons hot. Declared hostile.
What these weapons can do, really. Alright, turn it on.
Alpha package, Dark Star. Nose is hot. Clear to engage. Clear to engage. Buff, Roger. Springfield. Alpha package, Dark Star. Nose is hot. Clear to engage. Clear to engage. Buff, Roger. Springfield.
Alright, that's what I was up here for. Music back on. Turning cold. Yeah, shut up. Believe me, that is the least of my concerns right now. We need to get some speed, because those dudes are absolutely gonna try to kill us. Alright, so at this point, I am going to switch back over. I'm going to go air to air. We are getting good data from the AWACS. We're not really responsible for air to air. But if we can turn hot and find a way to shoot somebody down, then so be it. I'm going to spin us around. Oh man, look at those guys go. They're dumping, just dumping missiles. They are engaging absolutely everything. Now I've got to be a little careful because I do not have... I don't have any countermeasures. Yep, just like that. That is a problem. That's what I'm trying to outrun right there. Yeah, I bet I am bingo. There's no way I'm going home.
Alpha package, Dark Star. Picture clear. Picture clear. All fighters are down. Good job.
Hooray for the flying tennis court.
Okay. Somebody save my butt. Now, that being said, jeez Louise. I'm at 1,200 pounds of fuel.
Dark Star, off 1-1. We're scoring hits on those ships. You got that?
That's affirm. We hit some. Time to go home, everybody. Tankers available. Tinian and Rhoda are open if you can't make it.
Mission complete. Go home. I am 100 miles from home. And I am just burning through fuel. I gotta climb to save my butt. I am way back on the throttle. And we just hit 990 pounds. Alright, I'm gonna do my best to conserve fuel. As you can hear, that my radar is still just going absolutely bonkers. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna be that way until I get home. I am gonna turn it down just a little bit, because if it's annoying me, it's gotta be annoying y'all too, probably. What's the tanker? What, 66 X-ray. £820. We've got 11 minutes. I don't know, boys and girls, because we are 75 miles from home. Oh, I'm aware. Thanks. What did I say they were? 66 X-ray. Here's my real issue is if I fly to the Texaco, if I fly to the tanker and I can't hook up, I'm done. I'm toast. Got 700 pounds of fuel left right now, and I'm 9 minutes away. There is nothing I can jettison because I'm not dumping missiles into the ocean. Alright, taking bets at home. Did I make the right decision? I am flying straight to base. Man, that feels like my life counting down right there. We're 50 miles. 50 miles now. 602 pounds.
Jose 1, inbound.
178 for 45. Alright, we are going to start descending, which should increase our speed without increasing our fuel flow. In fact, I am going to bring the fuel back even a little further. Forty miles, folks. Sure that warning is fuel. Yep. No kidding. It didn't get much worse than that. I know. I'm fully aware. Nothing I can do about that. $480. That's where we're at. 480 pounds. I can see the island. $32 miles. 460 pounds. We're 4 minutes out. Really? Oh my goodness, y'all hear that? It has finally stopped. Alright, so I'm going to lower the nose and pull the throttles back even further. Got 25 miles, we've got 400 pounds of fuel. Alright, we're 2 minutes 50 seconds away. We've got 360 pounds of fuel. I don't know what the bare minimum to fly is, but we're about to find out. That's my fear. Alright, airbase is in sight. We've got 12 miles. We've got 300 pounds of fuel. Andersen Tower, this is Uzi 1-1 declaring a fuel emergency, requesting direct in, requesting straight in approach. Again, this is Uzi 1-1 declaring a fuel emergency. We do not have the fuel to make a circle. We do not have the fuel to circle to land. Requesting a direct in approach. we've got 240 pounds of fuel. Speed brakes out. Dropping gear. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, where's the rest of my... There we go, 3 green, no red. Get 220 pounds. Kind of floated that, didn't we? Oh my gosh. I really honestly can't even believe we made it back to the air base. That's how low on fuel we are. I will not be surprised if I run out of fuel taxiing. Understood. Right now my airplane is running on hopes and dreams. And that's it. Now I did hear the radio chatter going back and forth that we were sinking or hitting ships, killing ships. So it sounds like some of the missiles did get through and strike their targets. So that's absolutely mission critical. Now I'll tell you right now, I don't believe any of my harm missiles hit, which is okay. I mean, I was there as a decoy. Any damage I did would have just been a bonus. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. So once we get to the summary screen, we'll just have to see if anything hit. If not, no big deal, because I accomplished my mission. Managed to make it back to base without being shot down by the 50 missiles that the destroyers were firing. Okay, just for reference, we're at 147 pounds of fuel. That's how low we are. There's the real heroes returning right there. Those B-2s. The F-15s that accompanied us, they're the real heroes today. Taking care of the air fighters, the air wing that came to attack us. Not gonna be able to make it up this hill. This plane ought to be about as light as it's ever been. With no more fuel than it's got. Alright, let's go and set the parking brake. It's going to shut it down for us if I don't, so let's go ahead and shut the jet down. Go ahead and open the canopy. Alright. And there you have it. That was chaos. Glad to have made it back. Let's see how we did. Alright, results are 100, score is 0. That score of 0 just means I didn't shoot anything down or have anything hit. Looks like as of this moment we sank 1 ship. It's probably not as good as it could be, but we did sink it. 6 of their planes went down. Unfortunately, 16 of ours went down. That's a huge set of losses. But you know, this is war, and unfortunately, that's going to happen. But you know, we will continue forward, and we will continue to make a difference. So, I appreciate you hanging out with me for this flight, and looking forward to the rest of this campaign with you. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I post new content. And that's going to do it for me today. So, thanks for watching. I'm Rick NSX. See you next time.